Very, very calm loch tonight. It's a fairly easy paddle, 4.5 miles, something like that. It was dark by the time I got here. Oh, that's the tent up. It's well dark now. So get the sleeping gear sorted out and get the stove going. And then have a cast or two here. Probably just an hour or so. See if there's anything doing. I'm just using the stove as a firebox again tonight. It's just a bit too warm to me having it in the tent, I think. So there's a bit of dinner on. And it's bubbling away quite nicely, so it shouldn't take too long. So it's just the usual mess of chicken, pasta, peppers, everything you can think of just chucked in there. I haven't actually put a rod out yet, just been too busy paddling down here and then getting the tent set up and dinner on the go. So not sure if I'll bother actually, because I'll probably hit the sack in a half an hour or an hour, something like that. Beautiful morning. It's about 7 o'clock, so just a little bit before sunrise. So I'll get a rod on the go and then get some breakfast sorted out and some coffee. And I think today we'll just going to do a wee bit of a mix of shore fishing and paddling about. Trout fishing is coming towards an end this year, so we'll probably have a go for them. But I've got some bait for spurdogs and try a few bits and pieces and see how we get on. It's just a stainless steel pan I'm using here. It's a fairly heavy duty thing, so just a run round with a gravel usually clears it out quite nicely. To do with the wee spork thing. I reckon that'll do for round one. It's got the obligatory coffee to go with it. I'm surprised how mild it is this morning. I took that stove in to give it a chance as a tent stove, but it was too warm last night. I'd have been forced out the tent by the heat, I think. But no doubt our turn will come. So much for me complaining I was in too shallow water. So, I'm not stepping on its tail, just restraining it before anybody asks. There we go. So, it's just same as usual. Smallish mackerel bait. Just on a pulley rig. So our first instalment done. Pancakes warmed up nicely. Let's give them a wee bit of maple syrup and we'll just fish on from the shore here for a while, and then just when I feel like it, we'll take the kayak out for a bit. Probably just have a go for the trout or something like that. It's more fun fishing up here than serious. Oh, that's my rod away again. Definitely a few spurdog around here. Just another small female. So just pop this one back. So you get the odd big fish up here, but I've never had a big one from this side of the loch where it's fairly shallow water. You can just see where I'm fishing. Kayak, tent and rod all pretty close together. So it's a nice easy spot to fish this. Although to be fair, I don't normally catch very much. I've only tended to fish it from the shore at night during the winter when I've just been anchored up anyway. Just another wee view of the campsite here. I don't know if you picked that one up, but it's stags roaring away there. There were a few last night, but not as noisy as that one. And just speaking of stags, you can just see the tracks here. This guy was probably down last night and then smelt the tent, or smelt me anyway, and turned around. Just a small one, this. Straight back. I think to pop a bit more bacon on, I think. If I can keep the sand off it. Just another little one. So again, just put it straight back. There's loads of them in here today. Baits barely hitting the bottom before they go for it. I just missed an otter coming in here. Couldn't quite get to it before it disappeared up this stream. but it was carrying a fine big fish with it. Good sized. Looked like a cod actually. Might have been a pollock, but certainly I wouldn't have minded catching that one myself. But I'll leave it in peace, just enjoy its breakfast. But I saw an otter in here when I came in last night, just in the last of the light. And I guess this is where he hangs out. Just grounded on a sandbank, so I'll prod him off in a second. But that's, can't remember, there's 5 or 6 I've had, and another 3 or 4 that didn't hook themselves. Anyway, we'll encourage this one back into deeper water and then get my coffee. And then I think a change of tactics. We'll do something different. There's been a few fish splashing a wee bit out from here, and there's just a wee bit of tide run going past the rocks here. So I'll give it a few casts from the shore here before I get into the kayak. Certainly the spurdog have died off now, possibly because it's just got a lot sunnier. And the water out there is shallow enough that there's probably a bit of light gets down to the bottom. Anyway, had a good run with them. So let's give it a few casts here and see how we get on. So we're going to leave most of the stuff back here and just head out fairly light, I think. Just take a wee trout rod with me. Just a few spinners and stuff, that should do us. We're just going to drift quietly down the loch here. There's an ebb tide, so we'll just move fairly slowly down and hopefully cover a few fish. We're just trawling a Rapala lure just now. There's very little surface activity that we can see. So I'm going to swap across to the other side of the loch pretty soon. And then just go round in a big circle and end up back at the tent. turn the camera around here so you can see where we're heading. It's been very quiet. So I'm just heading back now. Stopped off on the way, just trying a likely looking spot. So casting out into deepish water, and can probably get a tent in down there as well, although it's very stony ground. Anyway, one to mark for the future. Well, I don't come much smaller than that. But a little brownie just splashed in front of me, so I did a cast over it. So just another wee one, a bit bigger than the last one, but get them unhooked and popped back. I think take a few of these to make dinner. Okay, so we're getting nice wee bites on this. Nothing very big, but I'll take it down and have a look. Another wee spur dog. At least it proves there's some around here. Can never be quite sure. Go too far up when you get into little micro spurs. But well, I think we'll call a halt at that. Another wee brownie. So I'll just stick him back. But there's certainly plenty of them, but they're pretty small in here. Yep, that's in my way. It's a pretty good session, that. So I'll just pack up the kayak and head along. Don't want to be out here in the dark again. Well, I don't really care about being out here in the dark, but I don't want to be loading up the car in the dark. So we'll just hop aboard the kayak again and then just head up.